Filipinas Live, I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, and syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Filipinas Live, I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
Unang jump-ball pa lang nahuli ang gusto. PBA basketball, ginalihan ng gusto. Shoot, sabay, sigaw. Dribble, tapos hataw. Hiyaw parang lindol. Master Peter ni Idol. Solid ang lawan, malupit ang galawan. Solid ang punch, malakas ang hiyawan. Ang action ay walang hinto. Sa solid na laro. Bilis ang kumpensa, tinawag ang play barreling Big J.
Sariwang-sariwa ang ating PBA Commissioner's Cup sa 50th season ng ating liga. Pangalawang araw pa lamang ng ating mga playdates. We're here at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium, NAS in Manila. And you see them getting ready. That's Robert Bolick and the NLEX Road Warriors. They're going to be facing the Blackwater Bossing with Cedric Bearfield. Yung mga import sila, pag-uusapan natin maya-maya. Looking for a good start dahil siyempre they want to improve sa kanilang performances sa Philippine Cup. This might be the day they start that run. I'm Charlie Cuna with the Dean, Kinito Henson once again. And we're here at NAS checking out itong dalawang squad na ito. May konting palit-palit sa mga lineup, especially for NLEX. But we'll talk about that later on. But you know, itong mga laro na ganito, Blackwater especially gusto bumawi.
Fresh start. Dapat ang pag-uusapan natin dito because both these teams are coming off losing streaks. Remember in the last conference, yung Blackwater, pinanalo nila yung first game nila, tapos sunod-sunod yung talo. 10 straight losses for them by an average losing margin of 12.8 points. Ang NLEX naman, pumasok sila sa playoffs sa quarterfinals, but they ended the conference with 4 straight losses. Obviously, both these teams want to get off to a big start dito sa ating Commissioner's Cup.
We're looking at the guys in red. Yan ang Blackwater Bossing. And they're going to have an import. It's a big fella. Might help them out later. Coach Jeff Carriasos. Guys, 1 and 10. Napangkit na nga ni Dean Kinito. Did not qualify for the playoffs. Far from it. 1 win and then 10 straight losses. Tapos, you know, it looked bright at the start, but then it just fell the rest of the way. So there's nowhere to go but up.
Well, as an added footnote, ang Blackwater natalo sa NLEX in that last conference 99-88, but a lot of players have changed since that time. Titignan natin ang roster ngayon ng Blackwater. You see a lineup that is practically the same as last conference, except that meron silang bagong import, si Daniel Ochefu, who was a former NBA player, played for the Washington Wizards. Injured reserve nila is a second-round draft pick last year. Si Zimon Sandagon, he would be a new player for Blackwater once he gets reactivated. And by the way, one player whom Blackwater played last season or last conference is no longer with them, si Ichi Altamirano.
That's right. So wala sa for this conference. There's no chef whose profile. He's American-Nigerian, played for the Villanova NCAA champs in 2016. Last second shot ni Jenkins yon to win the championship over UNC. Last played in Syria. And, well, he's a big boy. He was warming up earlier. Mukhang serious na serious. And I've heard, pwedeng pumoste, pwede rin sa labas.
Well, this guy played for the Nigerian national team. So meron siyang experience internationally. Also, we're familiar with him because yung Rain or Shine tried to bring him in 2023 sa Commissioner's Cup. Yun nga lang, he was cut before the conference opened. And then TNT brought him in as a second import for the EASL. Played only 1 game, also that same year, 2023. So as far as PBA regular season is concerned, hindi pa siya nakakalaro.
That's right. Hindi si Arinze Onuaku yan, ha? Si Daniel Ochefu yan.
Yes.
Magkamukha. Ganun din yung Japon si Arinze Onuaku. Let's talk about Cedric Bearfield. No? This guy was a number 2 pick a couple of seasons ago, and Bearfield is flashy. He's got a lot of talent. Can attack the hoop, can shoot from the 3. And his stats, not, you know, I feel that mataas ang stats niya last conference, pero parang may kaya pang ibigay itong si Cedric Bearfield.
I think so. Makikita natin ang kanyang scoring average, 19.2 points. But you also notice that he's taking a lot of shots from the outside, from deep. Also want to break down his field goal percentage. Kalahin mo ba, this guy shot better from 4 than 3. 37.5% from 4. He made 3 out of 8 attempts from the 4-point line and only 29.6% from the 3-point distance. What he needs to address is ang kanyang free throw shooting. That's down to just 66.7%. Got to be able to improve that to over 75.
That's right. He's better than that for sure. No, he's got a nice shooting stroke. As does this guy. Ito si Christian David. He's a stretch 4 if you ever seen one here in the PBA. This guy can shoot the lights out from 3-point country, where actually he likes to take a lot of his shots. You like to see him go inside the paint a little more, where he can be pretty effective as well.
Well, this guy, just like Bearfield, the second overall pick on the year that he was drafted, he was picked after Stephen Holt. Averaged 12.6 points a game last Conference. But, you know, just like Fairfield, no, he takes a lot of his shots from deep. One thing about Christian David, in the last 2 Commissioner's Cups where he played, he did not average a double figures, and he shot a little bit better than 30% from three-point distance. So a lot is expected of Christian David, especially since he was a second overall draft pick at that time when he was chosen.
That's right. So, Coach Jeff Carriazo looking to squeeze the most out of his players. For more on the Blackwater Bossing, Apple David has something for us.
With a 1-10 record last conference, Coach Jeff Carriazo was fair and honest sa kanilang game post-conference evaluation with his players. But despite that disappointing win-loss record niya, he made sure to see the good things. Sabi nga niya, there were at least 3 more games they could have won if only they were more consistent in the little things during crucial stretches of the games. At naging parte nga yun ng kanilang usapan at preparasyon for this Commissioner's Cup. Coach Jeff shared how they used their extended break as aggressively and smart as they could to get better. And hopefully daw, mag-reflect yun sa mga laro, lalo na having a legit big in their import, Daniel Ochefu, and their returning veteran, RK Ilagan. Gentlemen.
Oo nga pala, si RK Ilagan ay babalik na. You know, played 2 games only in the Philippine Cup. He injured his knee. Got some surgery on it, and he's back. And, you know, he was playing superbly prior to that injury. He could help them. Now, for NLEX, you see them warming up right now. You know, itong koponan na ito, maganda-ganda na rin siguro ang kanilang conference. 6-5, made the playoff, and we're out immediately. Coach John Wichico's guys had a 6-5 record. And as the Dean mentioned earlier, immediately, na-chop out sila sa quarterfinals pa lang. SMB pa naman ang kalaban nila.
Overall on record nila, 6-6, counting that loss in the quarterfinals. But if you take a look at yung mga teams that they brought down in the Commissioner's Cup, or rather in the Philippine Cup last conference, they brought down San Miguel, they brought down Meralco, they brought down Rain or Shine. So those are top teams that they brought down. Makikita po natin ang roster ngayon ng NLEX. They have new players. Kevin Racal has been activated. At, well, also a new player is Deshaun Winston. Both Racal and Winston coming in from Converge. A lot of players have been taken out of NLEX. And, you know, I think the change of the rosters will be significant because nawala sa kanila si Mocon, nawala si Policarpio, nawala din si Baser Amer, and of course Dave Marcelo and Michael Miranda. Miranda, I think he still has an existing contract, but they're not in the active roster. But some of the guys have gone to other teams, especially Mocon at saka si Policarpio.
And let's see how this guy fits in. His name is Caddy Lalane. He's 33 years old, played for the University of Massachusetts. And he was a 2015 pick by the Spurs. Di lang nakalaro sa San Antonio Spurs. Sa Austin Spurs ang siya naglaro sa G League. Last played in Taiwan. And, you know, I think they're pretty high on him. He's got a nice perimeter game, I was told earlier as I interviewed some of the locals na itong NLEX.
Napanood ko siyang maglaro for Meralco in the EASL this season. And he was quite impressive in that stint. Now, you mentioned University of Massachusetts. That's where he played. That's also the same school where Julius Irving, Marcus Camby played. So that is a school that is a prime Division I school. And doon siya naglaro. No? One thing also about Lalane na napansin natin, he played 3 years in Puerto Rico, 4 years in Korea, meaning to say he's got the talent, he's got the attitude that leagues want to bring him back. Ayaw natin yung mga import na they will only play a few games in one league tapos sa transfer kaagad. Although this guy has played in many different leagues, you can see that he does have loyalty to his team. He's 33 years old, so he's a veteran, just like Ochefu, who's 32 years old.
And the guy who will be feeding Caddy Lalane a lot will be this guy, Robert Bolick. He averages 8.5 assists a game sa Philippine Cup. That's normal numbers for a guy like Berto. But, you know, now with a target like Caddy Lalane, in addition to the other guys that NLEX has, there's a big chance they could improve on their record here.
Malaking sacrifice ang ginawa ng NLEX because in 2 of their last 4 losses last conference, Bolick did not play. He served the country in the Southeast Asian Games. And you also remember he missed the first 2 games ng NLEX because his father passed away and he attended the funeral in the US. But in spite of all those setbacks, in spite of the fact that he did not play 4 games last conference, maganda pa rin ang pinakita niya. As you saw on your screens, his averages, very, very impressive. And Bolick averaging 18.3 points and shooting 97.1% from the free throw line.
And as great an all-star as Robert Bolick is sa lineup ng NLEX, he's not the only all-star there. that guy in the middle of your screens, JB Bahio, came into this squad last season and has played so well. He's risen to the level of an all-star. Ang ganda ng mga numero niya nung Philippine Cup din.
Well, just like Robert Bolick, this guy came from Sambeda. He is from Cebu. He was a third-round draft pick in 2023. But yes, he's now a legit all-star. Naglaro yan sa Candon, sa Ilocos Sur. And Bahio, actually very, very impressive ang numbers niya last conference as you take a look at what he did. Also want to be able to state that Bahio had 23 points. That's a career high para sa kanya. When Blackwater beat, when NLEX beat Blackwater last conference. So this is a rematch between NLEX and Blackwater. And kung ibalik ni Bahio yung kanyang ginawa against Blackwater last conference, aba may tulong ang Blackwater.
You saw the footage, no? He's a reluctant dancer, si Bahio, but he's a great player. We'll hear from Apple David once again about NLEX this time.
Focusing on the concept na their offense and defense will only be as good as their players, Coach Jong Chico utilized most of the break trying to improve individual skills. Kahit gano'n daw kasi kaganda yung sistema, kung hindi ma-execute ang players to its full potential, hindi rin to ganun magiging effective. So this conference is going to be about trying to get more out of its players, according to Coach Jong, whether that be more scoring, more rebounding, effort, basta more. Lastly, kung napansin nyo nga the last-minute change to the roster, Richie Roger is out because of a groin injury he sustained about 2 days ago in practice. Charlie Anquirito.
Maraming salamat, Apple. And, we're close to the start of this ball game. Siyempre, first games nga nitong dalawang koponan din sa ating konferensya. And of course, the hopes are high. The players are excited. And especially the imports, the fans are eager to see what they can bring to the table.
Especially the big guys. Ochefu is listed 6'11". Lalaine is listed 6'10". But yung sinabi ni Apple about the NLEX that Coach Jong Chico expecting more from his players, I think they need to be able to upgrade their offense. Last place sila sa Opensa last conference, and they averaged only 91.1 points a game. So they've got to be able to do a lot better, although they were number 4 in defense. So you would have to classify NLEX to be a defensive team. I think they played with a lot of physicality. Marami naman yan ng Blackwater in this contest.
And here we go. We're going to throw it over to Mark Luzon. He's the venue announcer here at NAF today. He's going to call out the starting lineups for coaches Jeffrey and Joseph. Pakinggan natin.
For the Blackwater Bossing. Head guard from Tondo, Manila, number 16, RK Inaga. From Urdaneta, Pangasinan, head guard number 10, PJ Andrade. Head forward from Pakin, Laguna, number 4, David Morel. From Caloocan City, and forward number 19, James Una. And at center, number 32, Daniel Ochefu. Head coach for Blackwater is Jeffrey Caniaso. And now, here are the starters for the NLEX Road Warriors. From Ormoc Leyte, head guard number 8, Robert Bolick. Also at guard from Olongapo, number 14, Shawnee Winston. At center, number 25, Cody Lalaine. From Santa Rita, Pampanga, at forward, number 33, Tony Samarat. And also at forward from Lapu-Lapu, Cebu, number 18, JB Bahio. Head coach for NLEX is John Luichico. Game officials, Aromel Guta, Albert Nubla, Carlo Vergara, and John Francis Mira. The stage is under the supervision of
Yan ang mga opisyalis natin. Romel Gruda, the crew chief, Albert Nubla, Carlo Vergara, and John Francis Mira. They're going to be calling the shots, blowing those whistles. Here, the starting fives for Blackwater and NLEX. And they're getting ready right now. In red, itong Blackwater Bossing. Nakaputi naman ang NLEX Road Warriors. Lalaine and Ochefu will jump it up at center court. And action begins right now. And RK Ilagan back in the fray. Nabanggit na nga ni Apple kanina. Immediately starting the ball game. Andrade goes into Ochefu. You hardly see this back to the basket type of play, but he's gonna take it in the first attempt. Misses but draws a foul immediately. At unang personal agad sa import ng NLEX, si Caddy Lalane.
Ochevo utilizing his power moves and his heft is 245 pounds. Mas malaki ang kahan nito, ha? Compared to Lalane. Just going over the starting lineups, Charlie, I'm surprised that Morel got a starting nod here for Blackwater. At si Morel did not play the last 4 games in the previous conference. He had one start, and he didn't score more than 6 points in any game.
That's right.
But he's being given an opportunity.
Athletic forward ito si Dave Morel. It's Shawnee Winston, yung na bagong pasok sa lineup ng NLEX, pinastart agad ni Coach Jong. Lalane takes the jumper just inside the 3-point line. Mintis, bakbakan sa rebound. The red shirts will get it.
I'm talking about the starting lineups of both these teams. Sa NLEX, I'm wondering, no? Si Bolick is more of a 2-guard. The same thing with Deshaun Winston.
Oh, look at
Both
that.
of those guys are playing.
Ito yung pinag-uusapan natin, si David Morel. Naka 3 points agad sa unang pukol pa lang.
Palagay ko may pinakita ito sa mga tune-up games sila for him to get this starting nod from Coach Jeff Carriazo. Nice move by Lalane, and that's a nice nifty pass. Ayun ang importante. Nakita natin in that game that we covered, Charlie, Terra Firme and Titan. Bihirang-bihirang namasa ng bola, umikot yung bola ng Titan.
That's right.
And a lot of one-on-one plays. But if you want to get your imports highly efficient, you need to give them good passes.
Nice fake. Mula kay Ochevo. Kumagat naman yung defender. Sabay drive to the basket. He's got 3 points total.
Maganda yung versatility. Pinapakita ni Ochevo. Kanina nag-post up. Ngayon naman, drove from outside all the way to the inside for a layup.
Miss from Shawnee Winston. Morel is attacking. And he clears the way, knocks down Anthony Semerad. And he's gonna get called for an offensive foul, a bit overzealous sa pag-drive na yon. But you like the confidence he's showing, you know, nice stroke on that 3-pointer earlier. Sabay ngayon, sugod patungong basket. So David Morel showing his stuff here in the early goings.
A physical play coming from Morel. But I think in that situation, he should have waited for his teammates.
Bolick now trying to lose Arcade. He'll take the jumper from 16. That's off target. Rebound si Morel na naman. Arcade Ilagan surveying the floor.
A lot of fans, of course, are expecting big things coming from RK Ilagan. Remember, he averaged 22 points in the only 2 games that he played last conference. Tapos nga, he had that problem with a meniscus in his left knee.
Kick out kay Andrade. That's a 3 if it goes. It bounces out. James Una battling with JB Bahio. That's an NCAA matchup right there for the rebound. And the rookie Una draws the foul from Bahio.
Also getting a starting nod. Remember, this guy averaged 7.5 points for Blackwater last conference. Just check out our Dean's List for Blackwater. Unang-una, welcome back, RK! And he just passed the ball. Hindi lang pumasok yung tira ni Ochevo. Every been an assist kung pumasok. Ito na naman yung kanyang post-up move. But he missed that time. But another possession for Blackwater, and they still miss. But another point for Blackwater sa Dean's List natin. We're waiting for Christian David's breakout. And finally, can Ochevo dominate the inside? That's a big question that we'd like answered in this game.
That's pretty... So far, ito si Ochevo has been missing inside the paint except for that one layup that he made. And he lost it on that play. Tumatakbo ng white shirts. Shawnee! And the challenge from Dave Morel. You know that's the type of player he is. He's gonna go up, try to challenge that. So foul si Morel. Pangalawang personal na yan. Dalawang free throws para kay Shawnee Winston. And habang tumitira siya, Dean's List naman tayo ng NLEX.
Well, for NLEX, we're expecting a big game coming from LJ Gonzalez. He's a rookie. He did not start here for NLEX. We expect him to play the point guard position. And the partnership that he showed in the last conference in his only game with Bolick, it's something that we want to see more of. Next is, I think we'll see NLEX play a lot of physical matchups here in this game, especially underneath the boards with Ramirez, with Fajardo, Rubere. And finally, defense is the key to NLEX's game. As we said, no, they're not big on offense. They were last place in offense. last conference, but they're big on defense. They gave up only an average of 94.8 points a game last Philippine Cup.
Shawnee Winston scored his first points as an NLEX Road Warrior doon sa free throws niya. May nakalimutan ka din sa pagbanggit mo ng mga physical player ng NLEX, si Anthony Semerat.
Yun pa.
Di ba?
Yes.
Napaka.
Yeah. And that physicality of NLEX, that's got to show here if they want to win this game. Because yung physicality will be a trademark sa kanilang depensa.
RK Ilagan under all sorts of pressure. Tinira pa rin niya. Mintis. JB Bahio picked up his dribble. Kicks it to Shawnee. Open from 3. It rolls up at Bahio himself. He's there for the putback. And that's the kind of player Bahio is. Diba? Siya na nga nag-lead pass forward. Siya pa yung nakapag-follow up doon. Una. 4
Una
minutes
had
into
some
the game.
impressive numbers in the last conference. It looks like ball will stay with Blackwater. That defense of NLEX making it difficult for Blackwater.
Ito yung putback ni JB.
Oo.
Watch it again. Di na niya binaba.
Tsaka nakita natin yung kanyang yung pwestong kinuha niya to be able to get an offensive rebound and putback.
Pumasok na sa laro. Ito si SEA Games gold medalist Dalf Panopio. And the ball was tipped away. They have 4.4 seconds para makatira rito. Morel will do the honors at the baseline. Harassment by Semerad. The pass. Andrade finds the opening and hits it with the left hand.
That's a tough shot coming from Andrade. Yung pinalitan ni Panopio si RK Ilagan. So RK not really 100%. You can see he missed his first attempt from the floor. So Shawnee Winston, what a drive. Hindi na pumasok.
Then Lalane lofted on the try putback, and then here comes Dalf Panopio heading the other way. Dalf cross court to BJ. This time he puts that one in. 5 quick points for Andrade.
Ay, yung pasa galing kay Panopio. So he's making his presence felt here. This guy can pass the ball, spot the open shooters.
Winston now kicks it over to Bahio. I think the intended target was Bolick, but Bahio intercepted it. Will attack at the basket and a chance for a 3-point play against James Una. And Bahio is going to have a bonus free throw.
Got the baseline space. Nakita natin yung quick first step niya, and then ginamit niya yung kanyang katawan to be able to get inside position for the score.
Yun na nga, yung pisikalan. Apparently, Bahio is part of that physical group as well that you named earlier. Semerad will sit. K. Rax will see his first action as an NLEX player. Andyan na rin si Cyrus Torres.
Now we're gonna see a lot of deep rotation from NLEX because ang lalim nila. Maraming mahuhugot na players si Coach Jong Chico. And here in the first quarter, we're seeing that now coming off the bench.
Andrade feeling it right now. Oh! He dumped it over to Ochefu. And that's the first dunk of the game from the import.
Blackwater continuing to lead this game. They're up by 5.
Bahio to Racal. Swing to Cyrus. Cyrus trying to lose Panopio. He couldn't. Now it's Bolick with 6 to shoot.
Gotta take the shot.
Berto sizing up Andrade. Will take it with a second to go.
Kumontik na.
Ochefu
That was
the
not a good
rebound.
shot.
Yeah.
Not a good shot. They need to be able to execute, get that ball moving.
Here's Ochefu. Now Dalf Panopio. Nice screen from Daniel. They go back to him. One-hander, bitin. Rebound the lane.
That was a good pass. At saka wide open si Ochefu that time. Hindi lang pumasok yung tira.
The trailer is Lalane. Thought about the 3. Sabay drive. Cleared some space.
That's what he wants. Go 1-on-1. And then he has the advantage in terms of agility.
And a timeout is called with 5:51 remaining in the first. Here's that dunk from Ochefu. And then, sinagot naman siya ni Lalane. The drive, clearing space, lefty layup. Score is 13-10 for Blackwater.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ako sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
We're still black. The only difference, we're switching matchups now.
Came here and played against some PBA team, San Miguel, like for a preseason tournament when I was in Korea. And then I had some friends that played in the PBA and they told me about it. So I'm pretty well aware about the PBA. For me, I hate losing. I like winning. So like to me, you just focus more on the winning and just playing hard and try to achieve the goal.
Well, they will need him to play hard to get some wins in this conference. So far, he's got 4 points to his credit. And Apple David has a bit of a story for us.
After hearing so many good things about PBA basketball from his friends and former PBA imports Vernon Macklin and Rick Ratliff, it was an automatic yes for Cady Lalaine to play here as a reinforcement when the opportunity came. Ang sabi ni Coach Jong Chico, he is a system player, not your typical import na explosive, but definitely fits what he's looking for the Road Warriors. Gentlemen.
We shall see kung gano'n na nga yun, as Abu Trotter is now at the line and he is another SEA Games gold medalist. Silang dalawa ni Dalf Panopio mula dyan sa Blackwater. And he had a good conference in the Philippine Cup. Si Abu Trotter, good numbers for him. And he hits his first free throw as JB Bahio heads back to the line to the bench for NLEX. And coming in is Sydney Onwubere. 2 for 2 para kay Abu.
Just a footnote on Apple David's report. Lalaine talking to Coach John Chico, and I think he also spoke to Kevin Alas.
Yeah.
Both of them were saying that he plays a little bit like LaMarcus Aldridge, the NBA veteran, played for the San Antonio Spurs. Na makikita natin dito ang NLEX, they're trying to drop the ball over to where Lalaine is so he can take advantage of his agility. But I'm not sure if that's the right idea because magaling dumapensa sa loob ito si Ochefu because he's a post defender more than a perimeter defender.
Poor miss from Cyrus Torres. He'll get another chance. He'll miss again. Onwubere for the 3rd time. Keeps it alive. Cyrus brings it a bit closer. The one-hander. No go. So 3 straight misses for Cyrus Torres on that sequence. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first.
He didn't get the floater because nandun si Ochefu. So I was saying, this guy, I think he'll be good as a defender close to the basket. He will protect the rim. But if you attack him from the outside and then you test his mobility, that's, I think, is going to be something that you can take advantage of.
Nakita mo pag-drive ni Cyrus Torres, parang nakita niya si Ochefu, nagdalawang isip siya.
Oo.
Doon sa tira.
Na-airball yung floater
Troy Malilin at the line made his first free throw. Troy Malilin, last conference, had the green light to take shots para kay Coach Jeff Carriazo. 1 out of 2. He splits his free throws. 16 to 10.
Yeah, and he averaged close to 8 points a game last conference. And not bad for Malilin, who actually started his PBA career with San Miguel Beer.
Ito si Bolik, di ba nagpapakita? Kick kay Sydney. Sydney the swing. Cyrus again. He's not going to stop. And that time, he hit it. That's a 3 from Cyrus Torres.
And the teammates really showing their trust in Torres. And he shot 29% from 3-point distance last conference, but he is a shooter from outside.
It's going to be a foul. A bump from Cyrus Torres, says referee Dubla. Here's that swing to Cyrus. And he knocked it down. That's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Here's the guy, the rookie, whom we're expecting a lot from. LJ Gonzalez is now on the floor.
Ito, hawak na nga niya yung bola. He's pushing it up. Out of the RFU camp. Lalaine thought 3, hesitated, then took it and missed. Rebound taken by Malilin.
Nobody there for the offensive rebound for NLEX. When your center is taking the shot from the outside. You
Reach
need
in,
some help in getting the offensive rebound if in case he misses.
Right. Reach in to si Sidney Onwubere na tawagan siya ng kanyang first personal foul. At dahil nasa penalty na ang NLEX, agad-agad nasa linya na si Daniel Ochefu. Kanina he split his free throws.
NLEX paying the price for his physicality. Na penalty situation na sila. 3:46 to go here in this first quarter.
And we see the entry of Cedric Bearfield, their top scorer in the last conference. So Bearfield can be explosive, can score points in bunches. Ochefu hitting both free throws, and the lead is up to 6. One more time, make that 5, 18-13. Lalane handing it off to Cyrus. Balik kay LJ, swing to Sidney. Onwubere faces, he's open, he'll take it. He won't make it. And look at Abu Trader getting high para sa rebound na yun.
Lalane's got to come closer to the basket to pick up those misses. A wild shot.
Yeah, forced shot, but they keep it alive. Trader from 18. That's short as well. But they're going to call a technical on Trader for flopping. Is what the referee Gruta is saying. So, technical free throw.
Technical free throw coming up here for NLEX.
And you know, if you're a player and you're saying, I really just lost my balance, but the referee, we saw Romel Gruta demonstrating how he did it. Yun, no? Hindi naman talaga sa tinamaan. Problema, Lalane misses the technical free throw, which could have brought them within 4. But they'll have possession. But they have to inbound from the backcourt. The two FEU Tamaraos will try to take it across. That's Torres and LJ Gonzalez.
Let's see how this combination works out in the backcourt. Here's LJ Gonzalez.
Bouncing to Lalane. Nice setup.
Nice pass.
And he put that right. That's the kind of pick and pop na ginagawa nga nila Marcos Aldridge. So that play shows you bakit ganun yung pagambing nila kay Aldridge dito kay Lalane.
They'll continue to work that kind of a play. Ochefu's a little far away.
Nice bounce pass. Bearfield is knocked down midair. And then that's going to be on Onwubere one more time on the foul. And free throws for Cedric Bearfield. Ngunit, bago sa makatira ng free throws, 2:43 remaining. Timeout on the floor.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
We're live on RBTV, and of course we also are on the One Sports YouTube channel. So we welcome everyone watching us over there. Something's gotta change. Ito yung sinasabi po kanina. Para gumanda naman, kailangan maiba itong mga numero to.
Well, from Blackwater, they really need to step it up in many departments. And actually, talking about departments, they were #1 in one department in the last conference, and that was in 4-point shooting. They shot 33.3% from the 4-point line. That's 9 out of 27. But they only took 2.9% of the shots from 4. So that #1 ranking in 4-point percentage is really quite insignificant.
So that when you're at number 12, between 10 to 12 in several departments, in a field of 12 teams, 13 now dahil may guest team tayo, you really need to improve in most of them para makakuha ng mas maraming panalo. Napasok ni Cedric Bearfield ang kanyang unang free throw.
And something that Coach John Wichigo will want to address the rest of this game is too many free throws. And let's just give up to Blackwater. Blackwater has now attempted 10 free throws compared to only 4 for NLEX. So wala ka ng diferensya.
Lalane at the post against Trapper. Hook shot goes and it's way off target. So Ochefu and Lalane have shown us hook shots they haven't been connecting on those hook shots.
And they've also shown us contrasting styles. Now, Berryfield actually going down. That could have been also a flop. Kanina yung kay Trotter, I don't know if that was trying to get the referees to call a foul, or as you mentioned kanina, I think he just lost his balance.
Pero wala.
Anyway,
Nakatulan siya. Here's Berryfield for three. Rolled out. Trotter fighting for it. Nakaupo siya kay Racal. Saves it, but it goes to Lalaine. Lalaine now pushing it up. He's waiting for his teammate. Goes to Sidion Bubere. The fake, the kick to LJ. LJ in the paint. Bitin. Nakuha na ng red shirts. Here comes Dal Panopio under 2 minutes to go in the first. Panopio picked up his dribble. Goes to Ochefu. The swing to Troy.
Well, you know that NLEX is in a penalty situation. They'll attack aggressively or they'll settle for the outside shot. Here's the attack on the aggressive move by Panopio and the outside shot.
Troy Malilin knocks that three down, top of the three. Broken play na yun. Nasubal pala na si Panopio, but he kept his composure and had enough time to get an assist on that play.
That's right, another assist for Panopio. He's keeping that ball moving and finding the open shooters.
Walo lamang ng Blackwater. On Bubere, sets his feet for three. That's back-rimmed and a miss. And NLEX looks a bit out of sorts dito sa kanilang offense. Parang hindi sila sure kung anong gagawin nila. A bit tentative.
Also, they're taking just one attempt each time. No? They're getting out-rebounded.
Here's Trotter. Swings it over to Malilin. Just hit a three. He'll take this one and miss. Easy rebound for Lalaine, but grabbed away by Ochefu. Gotta love the aggressiveness from the big man to get it back. Then he'll step out. Doesn't take the three now with doubt. Dahil pang oras sa kanilang shot clock. No need to hurry.
There's the pick set by Trotter and there's a foul. Again, we were saying about the penalty situation against NLEX. Blackwater taking advantage. They'll go to the line once more for more free throws. Ito yung tira kanina galing kay Troy Malilin. And we were talking about how badly Blackwater is out-rebounding NLEX right now. The stats show 18 rebounds for Blackwater against 10 for NLEX. That's a big stat to explain kung bakit the Bossing is up ahead right now. Brandon Ramirez checking in, a big boy, a wide body. And he'll help in the rebounding department, which is where malaking pagkukulan ng NLEX at this point.
Kabilang panig naman si Clifford Hopia is in the game. And with that free throw, that lead has gone up. It's 10 points right now, double digits. And it's practically last shot time with a 4-second difference between the clocks. LJ Gonzalez says, sige, set up muna natin. It's down to 10 on their shot clock. LJ makes his move. Outside to Onwubere. Can he hit it this time? Nope, wala pa rin. Rebound taken by Malilin. There is time as Panopio claps for it. Gets into the front court but loses it as time expires. But Blackwater came out of the gates more composed. Went to the line due to early foul trouble on the part of NLEX. 10-point lead for the Bossing at the end of one.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
We're hard show on Panopio. Okay, we're trapping Berryfield. Okay? Get to a better flow. Come on, guys, get to a better flow.
Blackwater Bossing strong first period, 25 points compared to the 15 ng NLEX. So they enter the second period up by 10. Robbie Herndon has checked into the game.
And Blackwater surge fueled by domination of the boards. 20 rebounds down. Ang kanila nakukuha against only 11 for NLEX. Also in terms of free throws, they've taken 12 free throws against only 4 for NLEX. Kanya yung physicality, yung defensive nature ng NLEX, it's going against them.
Yeah, backfire sa kanila. As we see Winston and Tony Semerad back into the game for Coach Jong. Semerad now with Shawnee. 5 to shoot. Winston's going to make his move, kick to the corner. The drive from Semerad. And just about the last second, the whistle comes from referee Mira. Much to the disappointment ng buong Blackwater coaching staff. That guy, Jeff Carriazo, not happy at all. That he felt they played good enough defense.
And in the last second, referees blew the whistle, but Tony Semerad missing on his first attempt from the line. Now opening the second quarter, walang mga imports on the floor. Both Ochefu and Lalaine are sitting on the bench. 1 out of 2 here for Tony Semerad.
Apple, ano kwento mo?
Just because Blackwater is shooting from the outside, dapat makipagsabayan itong NLEX. So which is, yun yung ginawa nila. They went 1 out of 8. Sabi nga ni Coach Jongy Chico, you're missing a lot of open threes. It's not working well for us. So dapat, baguhin naman nila yung point of attack nila. Be aggressive in attacking that shaded area. Back to you, gentlemen.
Tama naman, di ba? Di gumagana outside, try to go inside. Just manufacture some points kasi nga, nalabangan na sila ng 10 kanina. Now it's 9. Dalf Panopio misses a 3. Clifford Hopia gets the offensive rebound. Now Tratter. Tratter makes his move, lost his footing. Ran right into Tony Semerad, who, unfortunately for Tony, will get called for the defensive foul.
That's 2 early fouls for NLEX.
Alam mo, medyo matagal na wala yung PBA in between conferences din. We've seen some players shed a bit of weight and gain some muscle. And I'm looking at Brandon Ramirez. He was a big guy, but he's not as burly now as he was just last conference. Puts on a little bit of muscle. And looking good right now. Nakita ko rin kanina si Kapulong ng NLEX, who seems to have trimmed down as well. We'll see him probably later on. Not even Shawnee Winston looks a bit trimmer now. There's a drive. That's Cedric Bearfield.
Taking it all by himself is Bearfield.
LJ gusto bumawi. Swatted away by Dalf Panopio.
Ang bilis to na. Galaw ni LJ Gonzalez. He thought he had an open lane. Good defense on the part of Blackwater to stop that drive.
I wonder if they'll count that as a tap out or a block. But nice defense from Dalf Panopio. Jed Mendoza, by the way, is back. Oh, he's in the game, rather. He's defending Bahio right now. LJ, JB makes his move. Kick to the corner. Favorite shot ni Herndon yan. Hindi pumasok. Brandon Ramirez trying to keep it alive, but he taps it out of bounds. So NLEX gets nothing, trailing by 11, and back down on defense para sa kanila.
LJ Gonzalez meeting Mendoza all the way to backward.
Hand off to Malilin. Swing to Hopia. Hopia's in trouble. Goes over to Malilin. 4 to shoot. Troy will make a move. Lefty layup, won't drop. Hopia offensive rebound, lost it downstairs. Eto na, Robbie Herndon pushing it. Gets all the way to Shawnee on the other side. Fakes a couple of times. Di makatira. Robbie Herndon on the move. And the layup won't fall for Robbie, but he'll head to the line for 2 free throws. Jed Mendoza reaching in.
This time it's NLEX getting opportunities to score from the line. Magandang pinapakita ng depensa ng Blackwater. You're seeing that they're forcing NLEX to keep on making that extra pass because they're not getting good looks at the basket.
Herndon hits the first. LJ Gonzalez will rest as Robert Bolick is back in the game. Both Bolick and Gonzalez have not done much harm from that point guard position for NLEX.
We were expecting both of them actually to play together, but now they're relieving each other.
Oh, another missed free throw for NLEX. Robbie Herndon splits. 10 pa rin lamang ng Blackwater. Prater against Big Boy Ramirez. And he steps out of bounds. Huling-huli ni referee Vergara at the baseline.
Running out of space. Abu Tratter forced Yun to play the baseline because of that tough defense si Brandon Ramirez.
Ochefu is back in the game. Upo muna si Abu Tratter. Let's see kung kikilot din. Kung kikilot din si Coach Jong, hindi pa. Upo pa rin sila Lane doon. Berto. The kick to Brandon. Shot from the side is over. And then bagsak si Jed Mendoza on the rebound play and the loose ball foul called on Bahio. Pangatlong personal na yan ni JB Bahio.
That's 3 team fouls now against NLEX. So the same kind of rut that they found themselves in the first quarter.
Ang bilis, ano?
Ang bilis ng magbigayan ng foul ng NLEX. And also that poor shot taken from the corner. And it's Blackwater's defense that's forcing NLEX to take those poor shots.
So yung dalawang pinag-usapan natin at the start of the game, si Bearfield and now Christian David is in the game as well. He'll drive baseline. And there you go. Instant offense from Christian David.
And taking advantage of his size. He has the ability to put the ball on the floor. So he's not just a three-point shooter. I think he needs to develop more of his different facets of his game. Sabi nga natin dito sa ating team's list. So we're waiting for Christian David to break out.
But he's got good leaping ability as well, no? Na pwede rin siya sa loob. Herndon flips it up, no go. Up ahead to Malilin. Malin's got Bearfield. Oh, and the pass came late. And Bearfield, he's not even gonna look Malilin's way. As Malilin now says sorry.
Yeah. 2-on-1 fast break. They botched the opportunity. At again, nakita natin, no? Hirap na hirap ang NLEX to get good looks. And during the timeout, I overheard Jeffrey Carriazo talk to Ochefu on how he must position himself to defend the pick and roll. Kasi masyado siyang malalim in defending the pick and roll or the pick and pop. Kasi kanina nag-pick and pop sila Lane. So he's got to be able to move out of that under the basket position.
Kevin Alas now in the game. Dominic Fardo as well. Now it's with Bolick. Bolick makes his move. Murrell's right on top of him. Oh, he left. Murrell. Shot is up. Couldn't put it in, however.
And another 1-and-10 situation for NLEX.
David. Jumper. Oh, yes. Did he call that? But it's going to count either way.
A 2-pointer scored by David. And David with a block.
NLEX really just can't get anything going on offense. Now it's with Bearfield. Hangs in the air. That's a 16-point lead. Flex ng konti si Cedric Bearfield. He's pumped as his team is pulling away, almost doubling up. NLEX at this juncture, 7:47 remaining in the second. They're hitting shot after shot. NLEX is confused and dazed. And here's Bearfield doing his thing.
Move that ball. Right? Move that ball. Get to a flow. Right? Okay? Get down. Okay, now defensively. Right? Defensively. Right? We're mushing him again. Alright? We're mushing. Alright? We're 1-4 switch, but we're mushing him.
To some, baka mukhang pamilyar yung pangalan ni Daniel Ochefu, but it's only now that he's making his PBA debut. Kaya kung nakita nyo at naramdaman nyo, first quarter pa lang kanina nandun na yung energy and yung eagerness na magpakita ang gilas. He mentioned how defense and rebounding is a big part of his game and that he's been a winner all his career. That's part of his brand. And as for Coach Jeff Carriazo, the order is clear. He needs to be the dominant import that he needs to be and be the best player out there while he is on the court. Charlie and Quinito.
Well, those are his numbers right now, 7, 6, and 2. So across the board, ang kanyang mga stats. And they are up by 16, so he has been a presence inside for sure.
And right now, Blackwater is out-rebounding NLEX by 15.
Well, that's a miss from Alas, and on the way up for the putback, Lalaine gets hit on the arm. So babalik sa linya si Caddy.
And that's good news for NLEX. They were able to get the offensive rebound. They get another possession. They have a chance to cut down the lead from the free throw line. So now the rebounding story is 27 rebounds for Blackwater and 13 for NLEX.
Lalaine gets the first one to go. Still a big 15-point lead para sa Blackwater with still 7:29 remaining sa ating first half. Ayun na, 2-2 para sa kanya.
Different combinations being used here by Coach Jong Michigo, just looking for the right kind of five on the floor to chip away at his lead.
Ochefu lost it. Mendoza picked it up. Balik kay Daniel. Takes an outside shot. Good line, but too strong. Here comes Bolig. And NLEX needs to take advantage of these opportunities. Lalaine. Oh, that's way off. Dominic Fajardo kept it alive. Wanted to go to Shawnee underneath. Instead, the ball gets to Bolig. He'll take the jumper from the side. Ayaw pa rin. Taken away by Shawnee. He lost it. Lalaine now has to kick it to the corner. Bolig have to tiptoe to keep it alive. Alas now on the move. Drops it to Robert. The fake. Now Kevin will try his luck. And he gets that one to go. That's a crazy sequence there by the NLEX.
Good patience on the part of NLEX, and they never gave up on that possession. Here's David. He's feeling it. Hindi na pumasok.
Hindi pumasok na. Ito nga si Lalaine. Another rebound for him. Alas now. Heading the other way. Berto. In the paint. Passes to the baseline and a hit from Christian David to the driving Shawnee Winston. He'll head to the line for 2 as well.
NLEX showing better movement now. They're hustling. They're getting possessions.
There's a 3 from Alas. That's a 3-pointer brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Oh, they're saying it wasn't a shooting foul. So Winston was on the drive still at the baseline. No free throws. Side court inbound. And we are halfway through the second period. 11 and lamang ng Blackwater.
Biggest lead was 16.
Bolig steps back for 4. Oh, nice line. Just a little bit short.
Another rebound here for Blackwater. Blackwater was playing zone in that sequence. Morelli started the game for Blackwater.
Mendoza. Nasa kanto si Christian David. Kanina pa yan. He had been waiting there for several seconds. Now he lost the ball. Kicks it to Ochefu. The swing to Morel for 4. Gets some rim. Ball stays alive. Here come the white shirts. Shawnee Winston now. Dancing with Andrade. Oh, and they're going to call a travel on Shawnee Winston. He made the basket. That's nullified because of that travel. And it's going to be Blackwater possession when we return from this timeout.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
format ng ating torneo. 13 ang ating mga koponon ngayon at yung top 8 lang ang papasok sa ating playoffs. 1 to 4 ang twice to beat dyan at pagpasok ng semis, best of 7 hanggang finals na rin yan. At lalahanin natin yung malalaglag dyan din yung bottom 5 ng mga koponan.
And also kung magkaroon ng ties, you will go to the quotient system. There will be no playoffs. At sa ating quarterfinals, note that the top 4 teams, the top 4 finishers in the eliminations will get a twice to beat advantage. So walang best of 3 series sa quarterfinals natin. RK Ilagan making his way back on the floor. Here's Bolik almost with the steal.
Scramble for the ball.
He's a completed steal. It's going to be easy 2 points.
Oh, no, it's not.
I spoke too soon.
It's not. James Una says, get that out of here, boy. Shawnee Winston denied by James Una.
Terrific defense, and that's something that we were seeing all the way from the start of this game. A lot of determination on the part of the defensive players ng Blackwater.
And I like the face of James Una after he blocked that shot. He was like, what the hell were you thinking? So, but they keep possession. LJ now trying to bounce it over. It's kicked out of bounds. Tama ba? Or tumama lang? Not really kicked. There's no reset.
Yung field goal percentage ng NLEX, again because of the Blackwater's defense, is down to 21.9%. Ang baba ng kanilang field goal percentage. Yun, another miss.
Yeah, miss from Lalaine.
And another rebound coming from Blackwater.
Una wanted it underneath, di nabigay sa kanya. Here's Morel. Started out this game with a 3-pointer. Andrade had 5 points in quarter 1. They swing it to RK, 10 to shoot. Down to Ochefu. Ochefu against a much smaller defender. Is he gonna take Fajardo to the hoop? No, he throws it away instead. Bolik anticipating that. Lalaine. Alas. Alas flips it up, and he knew Lalaine was there waiting on the other side for that putback. Kaya naman, malakas ang loob niya ipato yun off the glass.
The biggest margin was 16 by Blackwater. Now it's down to 9. You also notice a 3-guard combination on the floor for NLEX. LJ Gonzalez, Bolik now playing together along with Alas. They count the basket that time.
And a bit of a bump from Lalaine. He's denying it, but Carlo Vergara says you did bump him. Second personal on Lalaine. And the basket was good. A bonus free throw coming up para kay Daniel Ochefu. And a guy as big as he is showing a soft touch right there.
Looking to complete a 3-point play. Ochefu, 32 years old. And you mentioned earlier, Charlie, that he did play for that Villanova NCAA champion team in 2016. Some of his teammates on that squad were Jalen Brunson, Michael Bridges, Josh Hart.
Dante DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo was also a key player of that championship team.
But of course, it was Jenkins who hit that game winner, championship game clincher at the buzzer. Kevin Alas missing. Rebound by Lalaine, who lost his footing. I think he wanted to go up, power dribble and dunk it, but napatin siya ng bagya. At sasabihin nila, side court inbound na naman kasi pabuelo ka pa lang, hindi ka pa paangat, sabi ng ating mga referees.
But this time, this quarter, Blackwater first to get into the penalty.
Pero 12-point lead pa rin para sa Blackwater. Alas will flip it up. And that's a normal shot for Kevin Alas. For other players, sabihin mo, chamba yun. Pero si Kevin, talagang ginagawa niya yan.
Master of the floater. That lead is down to 10.
Here's Una. He'll make a move to the hoop. James Una doing it on defense and now on offense.
Oh, very impressive. And we saw glimpses of his capability in the last conference. He played only 6 games, but he had 7.5 points a game with 4.7 rebounds.
Oh, look at Dominic Fajardo really just battling inside. LJ Gonzalez now yet to show us something in this game. He'll step back for 3. Lalaine the offensive rebound. So they're crashing the boards a little bit better now here in the second period, Dean. Ito si LJ Gonzalez. The bounce to Lalaine. Lost the ball. And kaninong bola? Doon pa rin, sa kanila pa rin. 2.9 na lang natitira sa kanilang shot clock. Labas muna si Dominic. Pasok si Anthony Semerad. At may timeout na naman natatawagin si Coach Jong Wichico. 30-second variety dito. Just some words of advice para sa kanyang koponan.
I'm sure Coach Wichico's liking what his three-guard combination is doing on the floor. They've been able to hold their own, brought down that lead from 16 to 9, but now it's up to 12 once more. But Bolic, Gonzalez, and Alas playing together in that combination, they're making things happen here for NLEX. Ito yung massive block galing kay Una, denying Deshaun Winston from taking that shot. And then Una doing it on the other end of the floor. Nice twirl move, a surprise move. Nagulat dun si Dominic Fajardo. He thought that Una was gonna pass the ball.
Palagay ko lahat nagulat dun, pati teammates niya nagulat eh.
Now with 2:26 to go, NLEX has to keep in mind Blackwater is in the penalty.
Ito, quick ito. 2.9 lamang para makatira. Nakuha ni Bolic, sabay jump shot. Off target na naman. And the red shirts finally secure it. 2:20 remaining in the first half.
And Blackwater playing with good fundamentals and boxing out the rebounders of NLEX.
RK missing that outside shot. They get it back. BJ Andrade keeping it alive.
That could have been a flop against RK.
Hand off to RK right now. 6 to shoot. Outside to Ochefu. Nakuha na ng white shirts. Up ahead to Bowling. He'll get an easy layup. Knock down to 10 ang lamang ng Blackwater.
Here's Ochefu against Lane, and he passes it back out.
Morel to Andrade. Swing to RK Ilagan. 6 to shoot. They're going deep into their shot clock, these two teams. And then tipped away one more time.
And there's going to be a foul. Oh. Now, if the foul is on Blackwater, it will be in the penalty. So Alas is going to go to the line.
They're going to check it to transition take nga ang naging foul sa play na yun to try to stop a possible fast break. As Kevin Alas hit the deck. And, you know, we don't like seeing Kevin Alas hit the floor because of several injuries in the past. It's a wonder, it's amazing that he's actually here and playing.
Especially at this stage because he's doing really well. Nakapunta siya ng 3 kanina, and then he had that floater.
It is a transition take foul on BJ Andrade.
Now they'll give him 2 free throws instead of just 1 because nasa penalty.
Wait. Was it BJ Andrade? He didn't seem to be part of the action unless the foul was called prior to that already.
But they did call a transition take.
Yeah, it was.
So that means
1 free throw.
And no, actually 2 free throws because nasa penalty eh.
Oh yes, and then
the possession will go to NLEX. It's got to be another free throw. Kasi nasa penalty eh. Now ordinarily, if you're not in the penalty, it'll just be 1 free throw.
Yeah, they're telling everybody to get out of the shaded area because it's going to be possession of NLEX anyway, either way. So hindi kailangan may rebounder. Alas made the first. He makes the second as well. Tapos may pagkakataon pa. Makascore ulit.
And you know, Kevin has a very quick release on the free throw. And that's a stroke that's quite unique.
Na iba talaga very unorthodox maglaro si Kevin Alas.
Now that lead is down to 8. Remember that was 16 once upon a time. Bolic, di pa nagpapakita ito. There's another foul. He's gonna go to the line.
Mukhang sapol sa mukha si Berto Bolic.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, no? The penalty situation now. Giving a lot of opportunities for NLEX to trim down this lead. This could be down to 6 if Bolic hits his 2 free throws. Again, Coach Wichico very happy with his combination on the floor. Bolic, Gonzalez, at saka si Alas.
Nag-slow down din kasi ang opensa din ng Blackwater dito sa second quarter. I guess you credit NLEX as well
for
some
defense.
better defense.
Yeah, they played better defense. Also, Lalaine has also been getting more rebounds. He's more active underneath the boards. Not looking to score as much as getting those rebounds. Anin na lang ito.
Closest they've been in a while.
Yeah.
Kanina 16 yan. So -10 na ang nangyari from that point on. Tipped to the backcourt. Barefield's allowed to go get it. But the shot clock is down to just 12. Hand back to Barefield, top of the key. 3!
Oh, yes.
And that's the way to stave off a rally.
Yeah. What a big shot coming from Barefield. And that was in spite of the defense he kept in the last.
Bullet. Kick. Upstairs to LJ. 3 on the way. No go.
Can't get the ball to fall. LJ has been attempting, but he can't connect.
Pacheco waiting for RK Ilagan. Oh, tipped away. 4 to shoot. Kailangan magpadali ng konti. Nabigay kay Pacheco. He'll take a 4. And last shot time para sa NLEX. Can they bring it closer before the half ends? Bolek will attack and get the layup to go.
And at the buzzer, they bring the lead down to 7 points. Big comeback quarter para sa NLEX. Gumanda kanilang depensa. They had pace with that 3-guard combination. Also, they were able to get their fair share of rebounds.
It's much tighter now than it was just a few minutes ago as they head to the locker rooms. Blackwater, good offense, especially the first quarter. And the bench has been productive para kay Coach Jeff Carriazo. Troy Malilin coming out, hit a 3. Abu Trader with a couple of points as well. Cedric Barefield also. Kaya naman plus 10 sila sa departamentong yan. Christian David also coming off the bench. But at the half, 7 lang ang lamang ng Blackwater.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Successful. How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Know about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Filipinas Live, I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. That is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Filipinas Live, I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets
This is the score at halftime, 41-34. Pituan lamang ng Blackwater. They were up by 10 at the end of one, but NLEX improved its play in the second quarter to close the gap just a little bit. We're here at the NAS. It's halftime. I'm Charlie Guna together with the Dean, Kinito Henson. And you saw some changes from quarter one to quarter two, Dean.
Malaking bagay yung ginawa ng NLEX in their rebound sa second quarter. We mentioned before this game that NLEX is a top defensive team. Pinakita nila yon. In the second quarter, they held Blackwater to just 16 points. Also, they forced 8 turnovers against Blackwater in that same quarter. And that was a quarter that they used to be able to turn this game around a little bit. They're still down, but they were able to bring down that lead from 60 to 8.
Ito nga yung mga numero sinasabi mo, especially off the bench. We mentioned it before the first half. And Blackwater had some bench players like Bearfield and David come off and score a little bit. Kaya naman lumaki ng konti yung limang. But they were also turning the ball over very often, giving, especially in the second quarter, which gave NLEX a chance to come a bit closer.
And you take a look at also the field goal attempts. That 44 field goal attempts on NLEX, and Blackwater 33. So, that's a big stat to consider because in the second quarter, that was the time when NLEX held Blackwater to only 14 field goal attempts while they had 22. And the reason for that is because of the turnovers. So dami ng turnovers ng Blackwater. That gave extra possessions for NLEX and more opportunities to score.
Here are the leading scorers. Each import of 10 points. Then you got Bearfield, Andrade, and Malilin backing up Ochefu, Alas, Bolik, and Bahio backing up KD Lalane. But so far, the imports have not really been factors, big factors in the game. On defense, though, ito, medyo okay laro ni Ochefu. Balikan natin yung Dean's List ng Blackwater.
Or from Blackwater, I actually have them down 2 X marks against only 1 check mark. Welcome back, RK. Hindi pa nagpapakita masyado si Ilagan. He started this game and he's 0 out of 2 from the floor. Waiting for David's breakout. He also hasn't been able to show too much. He's only got 4 points. But they've been able to get mileage out of Chef. So that's a big check mark para sa kanila. For NLEX naman, 2 check marks and 1 X mark. Yung X mark nila, they have not been able to play physical underneath the boards. They've been out-rebounded so far. And Shawnee Winston now hitting that medium-range jump shot. LJ Gonzalez playing alongside Boling and Alas. That's a check mark. I thought that combination did wonders for NLEX in the second quarter. And defense is the key. Pinakita yun ng NLEX how they were able to come back with good defense in the second quarter.
Right down the balls with Blackwater, up by just 5. Abu Trotter powering his way to the basket, knocking down the defender, Anthony Semerat. And it's going to count. Plus a bonus free throw para kay Abu Trotter. Anthony Semerat cannot believe he was called for that. And the continuation was given, Dean.
Yeah, and for Trotter, he's been around. He's a 6-year veteran now in the PBA. Remember, he played for Blackwater initially. And then he went to Alaska, Converge, Magnolia, Northport. Now he's back at Blackwater. And last conference, he averaged 9.7 points. That's the most that he's averaged since he averaged to double figures for Alaska.
And he completes the 3-point play to start this third quarter para sa Blackwater. The lead back up to 8. Cyrus Torres swings to Bolik. Nakila Lane. Lane's outside shot has been suspect in this game. He's missed more than he's made. Bolik, the jumper, mid-range. Tapped away, nakuha ni Shawnee Winston. Second chance opportunity for the Road Warriors. The drive from Shawnee, and he was trapped underneath, lost the ball. Ito na si Troy Malilin. Up ahead to BJ Andrade, to the cutting Ochefu. He'll swing it all the way to Trotter. Trotter against Shawnee Winston. And then Bolik anticipating, and Bolik ahead of the pack. NLEX coaching staff very upset because they felt hinila yung jersey ni Robert Bolik. Quick reply from Abu Trotter, however. Got to keep playing till the referees blow a whistle. Daling sinagot ng Blackwater yung layup ni Bolik. Naka-layup din. Yung Blackwater right away. Winston, the fake. The jumper is up. It's short.
There's going to be a foul. And Winston is going to go to the line.
Bit of a late call, but referee Mira very emphatic on saying that tinamaan yung braso.
Coach Jeffrey Carriazo disagreeing with that call. Ito makita natin. Oh. Was there contact? Was there not?
From that angle, hindi kita.
Yeah, hindi masyadong kita. But they're going to give
But then it was an air ball, and Shawnee Winston rarely puts up air balls. But Jeff Carriazo very upset. He sent them to a call, of course. I think it's pretty valid. It looked clean from different angles. Ito, may kwento na para sa atin si Apple David. Nakichismis yan nung halftime eh.
Yes, Charlie. For Coach Jeff Carriazo, they cannot fall into the trap of relaxing. Yung tatlong turnovers nila towards the end of the second quarter resulted to points for NLEX. Tulad na nabanggit nung pre-game, consistency in the little things on both ends. On the side of NLEX naman, the coaches are puzzled kasi they were doing so well in the tune-up games. Tapos ang rusty nila nung first half. So they just have to settle down, kumalma, and run their offense. Back to you, Zatoray.
Ayan na nga. Kalmado lang dapat talaga. Ayan si Coach Jong Huichico. At nakalapit na yung kanyang koponan. 6 na lang ang lamang once again. Let's see if they can break that 6-point barrier. Bring it even closer. They need to play some defense though. Bahio against Trotter. Nice strong move. Missed. Got it back. Another try. No go. Jeffrey trying to keep it alive. Nakuha na ni Cyrus Torres. Bahio to Bolik. The lob inside to Lalaine. Nakuha. Natapik palabas ni Ochefu, but the ball will stay with NLEX.
You're seeing good hustle now on the part of both teams. And NLEX sticking to its defensive orientation, getting opportunities now. Here we go. Here's a wide open shot.
Corner 3!
That's it.
X marks the spot for Cyrus.
Ito na yung run ng NLEX. That lead is down to 3.
Down, sasagot. In and out, rebound the lane. Chance to tie, or at least bring it down to 1. Bahio, the patience underneath. Let the 2 defenders go by, and JB Bahio bucket.
For Jeffrey Carriazo, I think he needs a bare field on the floor. He needs some good offense.
Panopio yet to hit the basket. Malilin against Bolik. Outside to Ochefu, who'll try his luck, and that's an air ball from Daniel Ochefu.
Well, they're feeling the pressure now. Kanya yung mga easy shots that they were taking in the first half, hindi na nakikita natin ngayon.
Look at the cross-court pass, finding Cyrus Torres ready. Naka-ready ng tumira mula sa kanto. The three-pointer was brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. And then after that, a shot from Bahio, which brought the lead down to 1. And now NLEX has a chance to actually grab the lead for the first time in this game.
Cyrus Torres already has hit 2 3-point shots.
Bahio overshooting. And look at James Una just holding his own. You know, this guy has played really well sa ating laro, James Una. Doubt. Looking to score. Lefty shot. Couple of bounces, no go. Bahio battling with Ochefu. Malilin the drive. And
And he
puts it
scores.
in.
Badly needed basket there coming from Troy Malilin. That was on a second chance opportunity for Blackwater. Now Abu Trotter is sitting down. Una has replaced him.
Bolik looking for the screen. There it is. Goes around one more time. The pass to Lalaine. Lalaine makes his move. Off one leg. Oh, that's that one to go. Off balance and finally gets another basket. It's been a while since yung huling shoot niya.
When yung NLEX tried that same pick and pop situation for Lalaine. But Ochefu, I think, already knew what was going to happen. So better defense on his part. Yung nga lang, nakapasok din yung tira.
Bolik dropping it off to Bahio. Bahio will, oh, look at that. He was stuck by James Una. Una's got his number. Then Panopio the layup against Caddy Lalaine.
A smart move by Panopio because he bumped Lalaine first to be
Torres now weaving around. Puts it up one hand, no goal. Blackwater with a chance to extend this lead. It was down to just 1. They could bring it up to 5 or 6 or 7, depende sa anong may pasok nila. Taken away by Shawnee. Sabay foul na naman ang red shirts. Might be a transition take yet again.
It could be.
Panopio bleeding
And
the case for his
very
team.
active hands in the part of NLEX in getting those steals.
Ito yung drive, just a bit of a push.
Yeah, nakita natin yung elbow niya creating that separation so he can get off the shot.
Sheila Lane didn't want to get called for a third personal. That's why he kind of backed off a bit. Ito yun, foul off the steal ni Shawnee Winston. They're reviewing it right here. Sa aming tabi. Si referee Vergara, pati si referee Gruta. And crossing the court now is Vergara to tell Mac Luzon what to say. Is the decision. Holding foul lamang, hindi transition take.
I think that's a good call. I didn't think it was a transition take either. Winston was sprinting over to the up court ng NLEX, and there was an attempt to swipe the ball.
Ito si K-Rax medyo naiba yung kulay ng buhok.
Oo. Well, new life kasi with a new team. K-Rax, one of the veterans here. And there's going to be a foul. Andrade is going to be called for the foul. Pangatlo na yan. Turnover story, 12 turnovers against Blackwater at 6 for NLEX. Falling for the drive, hindi na pumasok.
Unable to hit that one. Bearfield to Doubt. His
And he
first
got it.
three. Bolick gustong bumawi against his teammate at the SEA Games. No go. Eto na si Panopio. Lead back up to 6. Buntik na yung NLEX pakalamang. Pero ngayon, bumibitaw na naman sila as Blackwater hits baskets in a row. Bearfield trying to lose Rakal.
What a shot! What a rebound coming from Blackwater. Lead from 16 down to 1. Another back up by 8. And we were saying kailangan nila ng firepower. And they got it from Bearfield. They got it from Panopia as well.
Here's that shot from Bearfield. Lost the handle and then picked it up, took the shot over one of the best defenders in the league. Switch.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Robert Bolick doesn't want to dwell on the many things that went wrong for them last conference, but instead want to focus on that loss in that game against Terra Firma. A game na para sa kanya, they can win or are expected to win. And that loss probably daw cost them that twice to beat advantage in the playoffs. Sabi ni Berto, yung mga ganong klase ng laro, they shouldn't be taking their chances. Kaya kailangan dito, mindset nila, even if this is just the opening game against Blackwater, must win na agad to. Wala daw silang karapatan pumetiks at mag-relax dahil wala pang nararating yung kanilang kuponan. Balik sa inyo.
Well, right now, hindi pa sila all out dahil trailing pa rin sila by 8. They brought it down from 16 to 1. Now they're losing some steam. Bolick says, hindi na. Ako na bahala. Nakalapit na ng konti. Down to 5.
Already in double figures si Robert Bolick. And during the timeout, pinalik ni Coach John Wijico si LJ Gonzalez. And I think they're seeing good chemistry between LJ at saka si Bolick playing together.
Alam mo, napapansin ko rin sa mga coverage natin ng NLEX, pag napag-uusapan natin si Robert Bolick, biglang titira siya ng isang maganda. As if he knows that we're talking about him. They force a stop. Chance to come closer once again, under 5 minutes to go in the third.
Well, Elaine doing a good job of defending Ochefu in that move close to the basket.
Can
Here's a
Elaine hit a three?
coming up.
Oh,
Hindi
that
pumasok.
rolls out one more time. He can't put that one in. He's a bit of a passive import yung dating ni Elaine right now. Not nearly as aggressive as Ochefu.
Here's Ochefu. Elaine playing that tough defense.
Decides
Forcing
to,
him to this.
he decided to finesse that move rather than power it in. So nothing again. Bolick hesitates on the three, will drive and drop to Dominic. Nakabang lang sa ilalim si Fajardo.
Lead is down to 3.
Well, the action has definitely picked up here in the second half.
Lalaine's doing a good job defending Ochefu, that's for sure. He's made Ochefu miss twice in the last 2 possessions.
Air ball from Del Panopio. White shirts regain possession with a chance to come closer or even tie it up. Bolick. Oh, drop na naman kay Fajardo yun, ha? These two guys showing a bit of chemistry.
That's going to be a foul.
Check this out.
That's the 14th foul now against Blackwater. Makita natin ang ginawa ni Bolick, a beautiful assist. Wide open. Watch it again from another angle. Drew the defense. Yun ang very classic dish coming from a penetration.
That's right, and the pride of Bulsu hitting the basket underneath. Bolick now with 11 points, but team still trailing. The rebound, nakuha ni Shawnee. Ang sikip, labas kay LJ. Oh, wait.
Still can't get the shot.
Shawnee inside to Lalay.
And he gets it.
And look how close they were to each other. And Shawnee Winston.
And that was a behind-the-back pass.
Yeah.
Galing kay Winston.
Opting for a behind-the-back pass. You're like a foot away from each other. Watch this. We'll make that about 3 feet away from each other.
You know, that's just the breaks in the game. Tumalbog yung bola sa katawan ni Lalane. And yan napunta kay Winston. And then that behind-the-back pass. Oh, what a find. And what a shot galing kay Lalane. And if he makes this one, the score will be tied. And it is tied.
4-5
apiece.
4-5 on the scoreboard. 8-0 run para sa NLEX to tie it all up. So the last time tied yung game natin was, I think, 0-all. A foul reaching in NLEX, but that's only their second team foul. They've learned from that experience in the first quarter, Dean, kung saan sila na foul trouble early, na penalty sila in the second and
they
here in
gave
the
up
third.
so many free throws, Charlie. Pero dito, penalty situation ang Blackwater, while NLEX only 2 team fouls. So they've adjusted. Road Warriors have adjusted. Oh, nice twirl move. Oh, what a block coming from Lalane.
Una, knew what he wanted to do, but he was doomed from the start. Ito nakabang yung malaking import. Watch this. No way. Inbound, goes to the white shirts. Chance to lead. LJ feels the contact.
He's going to go to the line.
At pwede nang lumamang ang NLEX sa unang pagkakataon dito sa ating third quarter with 3:07 to go.
Hindi pa nakakascore dito si LJ Gonzalez. But he's making an impact with his floor leadership.
Boom, there's the bump. 2 small guys, but look at the way they're built. No? Si LJ Gonzalez at si RK Ilagan.
He missed that free throw. By the
Ayaw
way,
pa
if he
talaga.
had made that field goal, that would have counted for a possible 3-point play. Pero hindi pumasok yung field goal. Hindi din pumasok yung first free throw ni LJ.
Una out. Christian David back in.
27 years
And there
old.
you
He
go.
makes his
There's the
first
lead.
point of this conference. And yes, NLEX is now in the driver's seat.
Outside shot, Bearfield. That's a miss. LJ with the rebound. Pass ahead to Shawnee Winston. And haste made waste in that play. As the red shirts head back, Christian David takes the outside shot. And he puts that one in. Left a long 2 para sa kanya.
Yun ang iniintay natin. One of the points in our Dean's list. A breakout perhaps for Christian David.
LJ waiting for the screen. He'll put it up.
And he makes it.
That's his first field goal for the conference. He's got 3 points in total. Lead swings back to NLEX. Back and forth tayo rito. With 2:10 remaining sa third quarter. Ochefo to come way out to get that. Now it's with Bearfield.
Ochefo has been blank here in the third quarter.
Bearfield to Jay. That's a miss, but look at Christian David. Para naging pasa yun. Fajardo wanted the lead pass. He was running ahead of the pack, but didn't get it. Alas now. Using the screen once again. Lost his balance, balls on the floor. At nasipa. Oh, nasipa ni Kevin yon. That's gonna head to Blackwater. With 1 minute and 40 remaining in the third. And Blackwater hanging on to a 1-point lead. There's that putback mula kay Christian David to get the lead back.
Yeah, so when that happens, right, be available, be available. If they're coming from here, David's going back door, look for that. Okay?
Hey, I'm gonna put Chef here and set. So triangle here, I'm gonna swing it, or I can go put it here.
We're set, sorry.
Set and set one. So implement na para may
Okay, triangle, who's this? Daniel? Okay, CD, you get here on a triangle. You come over, swing, look there, play off of that. Play off of that. And then, listen, and then top head, set it, CD.
Blackwater coaches talking to their guys sapagkat lumamang na nga ang NLEX. Ngayon, isa na lang ang lamang ng Blackwater. They were up by 16 in that first half, but that's like it's years and years away nung lamang sila ng gano'n dahil dikit na ating labanan. David Morrell is back in the game para sa Blackwater. Bearfield decides to go to Ochefo, gets it right back. He'll go around, bounce it over to Daniel. Hesitates on the shot and then throws it away. Kevin Alas up ahead to LJ.
Another turnover forced by the defense ng NLEX.
Here's Winston. They're guarding Winston really tightly, but despite that, Shani gets it to go.
Got 8 points now. Pollock is sitting on the bench. Coach Jong Wichiko is resting him for, I'm sure, a fourth quarter surge.
Right. Bearfield double team. He'll kick it to the corner. Murrell will drive baseline. All the way to RK Ilagan. 6 to shoot. To Christian David. Fakes the pass. Leans in. Off the glass. Oh, look at that play from Christian David. Kobe-esque.
Now, are they going to count that as an offensive rebound and a putback? But David now with 10 points. Lalaine with a leisurely jumper. Blackwater ahead by 1.
Bearfield now.
Big quarter here for Christian David.
You know, I like the way Bearfield Dean has been very willing to pass the ball to his teammates. And then when he needs to, siya naman ang gumagawa. That's going to be a pump.
And foul to give here for NLEX.
That's right.
They can afford.
As na yan. Alam na niya, yo.
And they're in the penalty.
Well, I said Kobe-esque, where it could also be a T-Mac type of thing. Lots of players have tried it after those two. Last shot time. Ilan ang lamang ng Blackwater will know. It's going to be just a 1-point lead. At the end of 3, Blackwater hangs on, but not by much. 61 to 60 ang ating talaan. And as the Dean said, should be a nice fourth quarter coming up.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Find some energy. Yeah, find some energy. Know when to go, know when to slow down.
Balik
and
sa
wait
aksyon.
behind a little bit.
Fourth quarter, malapit na mag-umpisa. Natapos ang 3 quarters. Yung bench points ng Blackwater, malaking bagay. Kung bakit lamang pa rin sila, although by just one. 41-19, look at that spread, plus 22. In favor of the Bossing. Lots of guys coming off, as we mentioned. Ganyan, mga ganyan klase play from David, from Bearfield, Malilin, and the rest. Pero itong NLEX naman, pag nagka-turnover ang Blackwater, take advantage agad sila. Plus 8 naman sila sa departamentong yan. Agaw, sabay layup. Tapos kung titingnan natin yung mga performance ng magkabilang import, mga inside scoring, ito, parehong double-double ha. Pero poor field goal percentage for both. But they've got 10 and 12 for Chefu, 15 and 14 for Caddy Lalaine.
At si Ojefu, hindi man lang naka-score in the third quarter. And in that same quarter, NLEX outscoring Blackwater 26-20. So again, it's been the tough defense of NLEX, giving them an advantage and putting them in a position to take this or steal this game away from Blackwater after Blackwater led by 10 points at the end of the first quarter. No imports here to start the last quarter. Here's Morel with the outside shot.
Oh, he just got his second three-pointer for Morel in this game. Stretches the lead to 4. Mukhang nag-practice sa 3 points ito si David Morel.
Tsaka nabigyan siya ng pagkakataon to start.
That's a TO. Here comes Ilagan to the trailer sana. Trotter kept it alive but then lost it as Severat out-hustled him. JB Bahio. Now Shawnee Winston. Shawnee makes his move. Jumper is up and short. Nakuha na ni Christian David. RK Ilagan was ahead of the pack. Will it get to RK? Yes! Umabot sa kanya din! Andun na si LG Gonzalez.
What a play for RK Ilagan. That's his first field goal of this game.
Pati si Christian David nataw eh.
Oo.
Sabi niya, nagka-assist ako dun ah. Tony not looking to shoot. Hands it off to Shawnee. Bounce to Tony. The fake, the reverse is good for Severad.
Pass coming from Deshaun Winston now. Bollick is still resting on the bench. Let's find out at what point of this fourth period Bollick is going to be checking back in.
Here's David at the post against Bahio. He's got a bit of a height advantage.
And he scores again.
Takes him to the hoop.
Ito sinasabi natin, the breakout that we were expecting from Christian David. He now has 12 points.
Oh, Kevin Alas.
Has to be a foul.
Yeah, exactly. David called for that. Yeah, there's Bollick.
Is now back, and he replaces Deshaun. Not a very long rest for Robert Bollick. Kasi lumamang na ng 6 ulit ang Blackwater, and NLEX needs to be able to string up some points here. But of course, that defense is going to be their big thing.
The ball is on the floor. Kevin Alas picks it up with 3 seconds to shoot. Alas will take a 4. Wanted to go glass. Now, pagkakataon ng Blackwater, palakihin pa. Oh, a quick outside shot from Ilagan. Maybe not what Jeff Carriazo wanted. And then now Bollick will draw a foul with a chance to bring it closer.
One of the best players sa PBA in drawing contact, in going to the hole, getting himself some free throws.
Tabla na kanina, lumabang na a couple of times ang NLEX but they couldn't pull away. Not more than a 1-point lead para sa kanila, and now it's Blackwater up by 6. Make that 5. Could be 4 pag napasok yung pangalawa. But lots of time remaining. The 9:44 pa yan.
left. Bolick is 3 out of 3 from the free throw line in this game. And we did mention in the last conference, you know that he missed only 1 free throw the entire conference. 33 out of 34 for a 97.1% clip.
And the haters will say, ba't siya nag-mintis? Ganun yung mga
Isa
hater.
lang yun.
Diba?
4-point lead enjoyed by Blackwater. There's Bearfield. Doesn't hesitate.
Mintis, however, Trotter wanted that actually. He was asking Morrell for it. Chance to come closer once again. Bolick looking for those openings. He wants to weave through them. And there it is. And he gets another foul. He just has a knack for drawing these fouls.
Nasasabi lang natin about that ability of Robert Bolick. And by the way, yung defender niya, yung primary defender is a tough guy in Dave Morrell. Naikutan niya. And not only si Morrell, but 2 other defenders.
Ano balita sa'yo, Miss David?
May balita tayo about Cedric Bearfield. He only missed 1 game for Blackwater last conference. At nagkataon pa, yun yung game na nanalo sila. The only game they won. And he said na that messed up his head for a bit, but he kept reminding himself of the things he can do, his capabilities to keep him confident. And in this particular conference, they want to be more deliberate and intentional with everything that they do. Lalo na meron na silang true big man with their import. We'll give you more of this game when we come back.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Just stay with it. Hey, if they switch it up, we'll pass ahead.
Magbalik tanaw tayo. Balikan natin ang ating Southeast Asian Games gold medal triumph. RP team o Philippine team na gawagi dyan. Kasama siyempre si Robert Bolick, si Dalf Panopio, pati si Abu Trotter. Tatlong manlalaro na nandito ngayon. Naglalaban sa ating first game of the doubleheader sa araw na ito. And Bolick has been getting himself to the line. That's why the lead is just 2 para sa Blackwater.
Now there's pressure defense all the way in the backcourt by NLEX, delaying the advance of the ball. Now Ochefu is not even on the floor at this time.
Parehong import, nakaupo.
The lane is also, here's almost a steal. Bearfield needs to take the shot.
Tumira, just inside the 4-point line. That's a 3 from Cedric Bearfield. And you know, they always find a way to make the gap a little bit bigger whenever NLEX is knocking on the door.
Yeah, Blackwater's been able to hit those clutch baskets. Bearfield, Christian
David Morrell called for a foul. Here's that 3. That's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Cedric Bearfield just picked it up off the floor and then...
That's his second triple of the night. Galing kay Bearfield. Now, Ochefu is checking back in. They need it.
So, nakita na kasi si Lalin, inactivate na ni Coach Jong. Kaya import kontra import na. Sa 3, lamang ng tatlong 3 ang Blackwater. 7 of 17 to the 4 of 21 ng NLEX. Bolick to Semerad, who will take a corner 3. Chado malakas. Alas saves it. Bolick thinking 4, then deciding to go into the lane. He'll go up strong as Jed Mendoza held him down and is claiming to the referees na sa baba dapat yun.
That's a great pass para kay Lane, who had a clear advantage over 2 smaller defenders because Ochefu was all the way in the perimeter. Ito na sila Lane. Oh, missed the free throw. Road Warriors need every single point at this stage. Blackwater still in the driver's seat. That's 1 out of 2 para kay Lane.
(71-67). Apat ang lamang ng Blackwater. 8:15 to go. Bearfield picked up his dribble, kicks to David inside to Ochefu. Ochefu, tahimik yan kanina pa. Morel can't do the reverse.
That's the stop that NLEX wanted. They wanted to make sure that David wouldn't take the shot, or Bearfield or Ochefu. Here is
there
the
you go.
basket from Lalaine.
Nice setup from Robert Bolick, dropping it off to Lalaine at the last second. And he got that one. He shoved it up into the basket, Nadine, and he's got a bonus free throw coming up.
And Bolick also had a pass to Lalaine in the previous play.
And he holds on to his eye. Medyo na swipe siya doon. At meron yatang kwento na naman si Apple.
A couple of reminders from Coach Jeff Carriazo, especially now that NLEX catching up on them. Know when to go and to slow down. Don't turn all over the ball. And if they do, they have to sprint back on defense. Keep that outside shot a threat. Pero if it's not there, don't force it. Be ready to attack the paint, gentlemen.
It's just a 2-point lead. Blackwater up by 2, looking to extend with 7:45 to go. Jed Mendoza can't get free. Finally, he does.
Here's Mendoza on the attack.
He dropped it to Ochefu. Not taking the cue from Bolick.
That's exactly what they needed to do. Get the ball in the hands of Ochefu. Yung sinabi kanina ni Apple, they need to be able to get those points inside. Ochefu, that's his first basket in the entire second half.
Bolick, the fader.
That's a hard shot. He wasn't squared up. Here's Jed Mendoza stepping on the gas. Alasa's been playing terrific defense here. Also showing a lot of hustle and picking up loose balls and getting steals.
Oh, they're going to call Semerat for a foul on the David approach.
And that's a first team foul ng NLEX, while Blackwater is already in the penalty.
That's right, with still 7:02
That's
remaining.
a long, long time to go before the end of this contest.
So Jed Mendoza asking for a flop sa defender niyang nahulog when he drove. Bearfield, Cyrus Torres is his man. Bearfield trying to extricate. Jumper.
And he'll go to the line.
Cyrus called for the reach-in.
One-on-one move there by Bearfield up against the defense si Torres. Carriazo sticking with Jed Mendoza at the point guard position rather than Panopio. Panopio did very well when he was on the floor. Here's Bearfield. He's not going to miss from the free throw line. We said earlier that it was a weak point of his game. He only shot 66% from the free throw line last conference. He's going 2 out of 2 now. Bearfield with 16 points. LJ Gonzalez is back on the floor.
Bolick to Lalaine, who lost it and then recovered.
Is he going to go up against Ochefu? He does, and he doesn't score.
Semerat kept it alive. He's hustling. Cyrus Torres on the other side to the corner. Balik kay Cyrus. Fake pass, sabay tira off the glass. Gets it right back. Another possession for NLEX. Bolick will kick it to LJ. Can he put one in?
Oh,
that pops out. And look who keeps fighting for it. That's Anthony Semerat. Got to give him credit.
Here's Bolick. That's a 4. And that is a connection.
That is the first one of the game. And he cuts the lead down to just 2.
What a basket coming from Bolick.
What a time.
4-pointer. He had all day, by the way, to aim for that shot. The defense didn't close out.
Ochefu almost threw that one away. Ochefu. Balik kay Bearfield. Cyrus gets knocked down by the pick. Bearfield misses everything. Napunta na kay Bolick ulit. Pagkakataon makalawang or makatabla. Bolick the contact.
And he knows that Blackwater's in the penalty. He'll go to the line again. Free throws
Bearfield will
coming up.
protest. We can see. He's asking where the foul was. Yeah, you leave this guy open all day like that.
Walang closeout. Kita mo, wide open. Of course, that's a low percentage
Yeah,
shot.
they dared him to make it, and he did.
Ito na naman si Bolick with the free throws coming up. As we said, he hardly misses from the stripe.
This game might just go down to the wire.
It looks like it's headed that way. 5:28 to go. Tatablato because you know that Bolick's going to make this shot.
75 ball. Gonzalez trying to contain Mendoza. Look at all these matchups shifting around. Now it's with Ochefu.
Is he going up against Lalane? He'll take the shot.
That's a miss, and all white shirts there to get the rebound.
Lalane doing a great job defending Ochefu. Has held him to only one field goal in this entire second half so far.
Wala pang 5 minutong natitira rito sa ating laban. Lalane thinking 3, then says, huwag na lang muna. Winston. Out to Bolick, he'd have to take a 4 one more time. And that was a desperation shot out of bounds.
Well, good defense on the part of Blackwater, forcing that shot coming from
What do they say?
Bolick.
They're checking something. Referee Gruta trying to clarify some stuff with Lalane. Is there a part of his clothing that's being inspected right now? Anyway, there's a timeout with 4:41 to go.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang TapTap Send at gumagamit ka ba ng TapTap Send?
Yes, TapTap Send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Daniel Abu. Dribble reverse. Switch. DHO. Back. DHO. Set.
Bearfield doing his thing in this game. He's got 16 points, couple of 3-pointers.
And he hit some clutch baskets dito sa ating fourth period. 5 out of 16 points coming here in the last quarter, including that 3-pointer. Cedric Bearfield looks like he's slimmed down, a lot more mobile. Also, he's expanded the scope of his game. Meron na siyang passing. Not only just his shooting ability, never afraid to take the big shot. That's Cedric Bearfield.
I think he's always had that skill to pass. It's the willingness that wasn't there at the start. Maybe di pa niya, wala pa siyang tiwala sa mga kakampi niya. But now, he's been dropping off to his teammates, kicking them out, and that's helped him as well. But he'll take this shot. That looked good, but too strong. Severat's knocked down. Oh, that's going to be over and back. Panopio was in the backcourt, and they passed it to him before he came back. So that's just a mental lapse on the part of Blackwater. They would have had another chance, but they blew it.
And a turnover here against Blackwater at this stage, where the count is tied. By the way, Panopio just checked back in. We were looking for him. I think it's important that he plays these last few minutes for Blackwater.
And look at that, the faith given to LJ Gonzalez.
Yeah, he's a pure point guard.
Lalane, Ochefu. Lalane knocks it in. Lead with NLEX.
20 points now for Lalane. And he's outplaying Ochefu in that matchup.
Under 4 minutes remaining. Shawnee Winston comes over to steal it. throws it forward, gets it back. It's with LJ. Kick to Bolick. To it. Shawnee Winston. That is what you call an unselfish play from Bolick. And Winston hustling, LJ doing the same. 3 guards, making things happen for NLEX.
Here we go with that shot, cutting the lane, the fadeaway, the leaner, and then the hustle play. The extra pass, kita natin, ang ginawa ni Bolick. Wide open, Deshaun Winston.
You want to be able to get a good shot, right? But you got to be, before the execution, you got to get these runs. We don't know what we're doing. CD's available already, DJ! Hey, high job, you bring it! Hey, stagger! Stagger for down! Come over! If they make a mistake, turn that corner! Shooter here! After that,
Coach Jeffrey Carriazo, bit upset at this squad. He's egging them on. They need to make a push because now they're down by 4. This is the biggest lead that NLEX has had sa buong laro. Caddy Lalane, 20 points, 14 boards, and 2 block shots. Has played some pretty good defense on Daniel Ochefu. The numbers may not be super outstanding, but he's hit a couple of baskets here in the 4th quarter. And gotten enough rebounds to help his team come back from 16 down in the first half. He looks a bit passive. You look at him, parang nakatayo lang, but yeah, apparently he's been doing a lot because you look at his numbers, suddenly he had a double-double already at the half.
But it's his defense, and that's why he's a perfect fit for NLEX. It's a defensive team, and he's taken away the aggressiveness ni Ochefu. Hindi umatake si Ochefu. Pagkuha niya ng bola, hindi siya umatake. Iniisip niya kung sinong papasahan niya. And look at Ochefu. He's setting picks from the outside, but he's not getting himself in a position where he can score.
It was 75-69 in favor of Blackwater. And then NLEX went on a 10-0. And that's a 24-second violation.
Wow, that's what you call defense.
And that came off a timeout. That's going to upset Coach Jeff big time.
And we've been saying that all game long. That NLEX, only way that they can bounce back is with defense. Right now, they've held Blackwater to just 14 points in this quarter.
Here's Bolick. Bolick kay Lalane. Another jumper from Caddy Lalane. Big shots when needed from this import.
And Bolick has been the distributor. He's been the key to this tremendous comeback by NLEX.
Daf Panopio now. Bouncing into Ochefu. Oh! He almost got that to go. Masyadong malakas lang yung pectus. If that had gone in, that would have been one of the big shots of the game.
But that time he positioned himself close to the basket. His only other basket, or his only basket so far in the second half, was when he got the pass from underneath the basket and he scored.
And he misses the first free throw. What a time for that. He's got 12 and 12 and 3 assists, but he's only 4 of 6 from the line.
By the way, NLEX has narrowed the rebounding distance, or the gap between Blackwater and NLEX, to only 4. Blackwater still out rebounding NLEX 48 to 44. But you remember back at the half, ang laki ng advantage ng Blackwater from that department. They were up by 10 rebounds at the half.
Finally, Blackwater gets out of that 75 score which they had for some time. The 12-1 run for NLEX the past few minutes. Lalane is short. At that time, we're almost into the twilight zone. Fairfield, the looper, way off. Up ahead to Winston. Just past his fingertips. Just a bit too high para kay Shawnee. And he heads straight into the crowd. Crashes into a fan. who's now on the deck. Shawnee helps him up, and that is the risk of sitting at courtside, but the action can come right straight into your face, and that's what happened to our fan.
Wow. John Winston plowing straight into a fan.
Now Ochefu's fouled again. And head back to the line. Just split his free throws a couple of plays ago.
But Ochefu is now showing signs of aggressiveness in attacking the basket. Kanina, he was 1 out of 2. Ochefu only 3 points here in the second half. He makes his first free throw. Total of 14 points so far.
There he is with President Obama after Villanova won that championship in 2016. You saw also there the point guard Archie Diacono, who gave the pass to Jenkins for that winning shot. We are now in the last 2 minutes. It's a 4-point NLEX lead. That's a 1-possession game that we have. LJ Gonzalez, elbow J, won't drop. The door is wide open para sa Blackwater. Panopio gets into the paint but picked up his dribble. Ochefu now to the corner. 3 on the way. It's a miss. David trying to keep it alive. Winston comes away with it. Winston on the run. Blocked away by Ochefu. You know, I think these the local players are underestimating the size of the imports that we have. Kanina, drinay ba ni James una si Lalane. Tapos ngayon, drive ni Winston si Ochefu.
But they're showing aggressiveness. Yan ang masasabi natin sa mga local natin. Hindi sila natatakot. They're not intimidated. They're gonna get blocked. But at least they're giving the effort. Ito, another chance here for NLEX.
There's no shame to get blocked by someone a foot taller than you are.
Here's Bolly.
Bounce to the lane.
He's been feeding the lane.
Oh, he's stopped. That's gonna be a jump ball or a travel.
No, that's a travel.
That's a travel.
That is a travel. Oh, hold on. Now the referees are going to consult each other.
Referee Gruta saying jump ball. Yeah, and referee Vergara was saying travel, and the crew chief will prevail. That's Romel Gruta. Jump ball yung sinabi. Which gives each team a chance rather. No. Oh, sumisenyas ng review. Challenge.
They're challenging the call for a jump. Are they asking for a foul? Okay, here's the jump.
Naglampasan na yung dalawang player eh. Tip to the guys in white. Shawnee's jumper.
Oh, no. Big rebound here for Ochefu.
81-77, a minute and 12. Bearfield cuts it to 2.
The flying Cedric Bearfield connecting quickly with a layup. We just said he's never afraid to take the big shot. Look at the way he eluded the defense of Robert Bolly, and then he attacked the basket, scored a layup. The lead is down to just 2 by NLEX.
Bollick just looked away momentarily. Tapos umatake na si Bearfield, and nice use of the left hand for that layup off the glass. Action continues. Next 3 games para sa Blackwater on the 18th, 22nd, and 31st at Inares Antipolo, the first 2, and then back here at NAS.
They'll be up against Terra Firma next. And Terra Firma, what a big 30-point win over Titan.
Yeah.
In its first game dito sa ating Commissioner's Cup. Now the lead is 2. Next 3 games naman ng NLEX, they're gonna go up against Magnolia, tapos TNT, Tropang 5G, and Barangay Ginebra. Every single game, a tough one. David Morel is checking in.
He's coming back in.
He's there for defensive purposes. He's been the main defender of Robert Bollick, and he's headed straight towards Bollick right now.
Yeah. Kumbaga yung sinasabi din ang inaasawa na.
Oo. Now, Christian David is also on the floor. He's had a big game. He's got 12 points. Bearfield has been spectacular. But now, the defense of Blackwater is going to be tested.
So Bearfield on the bench first. And some backcourt pressure from the Bossing. They get it into LJ. Now Tony Semerad will try to bring it closer to half line. And LJ will clear just in time. And now it's with Bolling.
And the man in front of him, Morel. There's the pick.
Open
look
lane.
at the way he went straight.
Oh,
forward
he
to
missed
home.
the layup. And then Ochefu lost it on the rebound play. What looked like a clear Blackwater possession already, Dean, nawala pa sa kanila. Napahawak tuloy sa ulo si Jeff Carriazo. They will review it because we are in the last 2 minutes. Sino ba talaga ang huling nakatapik? Titingnan ng ating mga referees. But look at that layup. He found the straight path to the basket, just too strong off the glass.
Missing the layup at Ochefu, failing to get a good grasp of that basketball. Nawala yung possession sa Blackwater. Another opportunity for them. Except 14 seconds on the shot clock. 49.1 seconds to go in this game.
LJ Gonzalez will do the baseline inbound.
Sabi mo kanina, Charlie, we were gonna go down to the wire. It certainly is going down to the wire right now. Morel versus Bolling. That has been the matchup. Bolling, no screen for him. He takes a shot right away. Oh, Bolling made that shot.
And Morel just looks at the bench as if to say, wala na ako magagawa, coach.
I was looking for a screen, and Bolling said, no need for a screen. I'm gonna take this shot. Morel was all over him, and ano natin? All of a sudden, he went out for the shot, but Morel gave him the space. I don't know what Morel was thinking. Maybe Morel thought that he was gonna drive. I don't think Morel expected him to take that kind of a shot from that distance.
Saka laking bagay din ang tres yun dahil 2-possession game. Kung drive shot naka-layup, 1-possession game pa rin yun. So that's the power of that outside shot, really.
And Robert Bolling now with 24 smashing points.
And did you see the way Caddy Lalane just walked out after the shot? Had to go to his teammate, Robert Bolling. Pretty sure Lalane has heard stuff about Bolling.
Oh, yeah.
But now he's seen it in live action.
Bolling 13 out of his 24 points coming in the fourth quarter. And he's also been the main facilitator na siya nagbibigay ng bola para kay Lalane. Lalane, 7 of his 22 points coming here in the fourth period. So those two guys have been critical factors in this big comeback ng NLEX.
Blackwater has only one timeout left. It's a 30. NLEX has 2, one of each kind.
And let's
and a foul
remember,
to give. Importante yung foul to give na yan.
Let's remember, Charlie, that Blackwater was ahead by 16
Tama.
at one point in this game. Inunti-unti ng NLEX. They relied on their defense. They held Blackwater to 19 points in the second quarter, to 20 points in the third quarter. It's been that kind of a game now, a 5-point lead by NLEX. 37.8 seconds to go.
Inbound into Ochefu. He's in the paint. He'll power in. But, and make it. He'll make it. He makes it quickly. That's what they wanted.
Hindi ko malaman kung bakit hindi niya ginawa yun kanina, no? Mas maraming ganon. Going strong to the basket, showing aggressiveness against Lalane.
It almost rolled out, actually. Yung spin na lang ang nagpapasok ulit sa bola na yun, but he'll take it. So now it's down to just a 3-point lead, 33.5 remaining on the clock. And Coach Jong now will draw up something. Try to ensure victory with the basket. But even then, ang dami pang oras niyan, 33.5.
And the ball is going to go back to Blackwater, that's for sure.
Kaya coach,
because of so much
hindi ka magtataka kung bakit tumumuti ang buhok ng mga coaches natin. Katulad ni Joe Chico dahil sa mga ganitong klaseng laro.
I don't know if we can listen into Coach Joseph.
I want you to screen each other. Alright?
When that happens, only you're here. Look to back door.
Coach John Wichico just making sure that they make a good inbound pass.
Right.
And they're going to try to stretch the time here, take off as much time as possible, because they have an opportunity to also inbound from the quarter court, which will leave them only 14 seconds. But if they inbound from the backcourt, they can waste away the time of 24 seconds to give Blackwater less time to be able to come back. So smart move here by Coach John Wichico.
And Lalane went all the way to the backcourt just to receive the inbound pass.
Yeah, and that's what I heard from Coach Wichico. He expected that kind of press from Blackwater, and he told Lalane, you have to go up the middle to get the inbound.
For David Murrell here, he goes again, trying to stop Robert Bolick. It's down to 7 on the shot clock. Bolick couldn't take it. Passes inside to Lalane, tipped away, and the shot clock expires.
It's a shot clock violation. 8.4 seconds to go.
Oh, wow.
They're going to call a timeout on Blackwater.
NLEX protesting, claiming that they got hacked on separate occasions. Here's that last play for Lalane. Looked all ball from Andrade. I'm not sure about the Chefu. But the shot clock expired just as the ball went out of bounds. So it's going to be Blackwater ball. Dean down 3, 8.4 remaining.
One of the options for Blackwater, they can attempt to steal this game with a 4. Obviously, they can't just go for a 2-point shot. They need to go for 3 or 4. And for NLEX, you don't want to give up a foul.
Yeah, I think the 2, especially in today's game, will not even be an option, a quick 2.
Yeah.
So it's a 3 or a 4. Either you send it into OD or you take it.
You know, NLEX might also consider giving up the foul, so I checked myself. They can give up the foul, just allow Blackwater 2 points from the free throw line.
Yun na banggit natin kanina.
Yeah, and they will still be on the lead.
Have to give up a quick one and then another one after that. Send them to the line instead. Might be good strategy, Dean.
Instead of risking a 3 or a 4. But they do have a foul to give, and
you see guys on the Blackwater side, Bearfield, David, Panopio, and Andrade can all hit from beyond the arcs. Goes to Bearfield. They need to go quickly.
They're not giving up the foul.
David is open from 3.
Here's the 3.
Oh, that's short. And that's it. Just a split second more, maybe.
What a comeback here, coming from the Road Warriors. Down 16. Bumalik sila with tough defense. And that's been the story of this game. That defense of NLEX. Even the last play of Blackwater, not able to get a shot to fall inside. Here's Christian David. He actually had a clear look.
Yeah, he did. He did, just a bit short. Just a bit short. And Bearfield's attempt came too late. It missed anyway.
And Blackwater.
That's gonna sting for Blackwater, but NLEX comes out to the victory. And look at Abu Trader telling his SEA Games teammate, grabe ka. Nakakainis ka, partner.
By the way, Blackwater was held to just 40 points in the second half, and the best player of the game. Who else? Who else? But this guy, Robert Bolick. What a game.
24, 3, 7, and 4. 4 steals, really important. 7 assists, a couple of them to Lalane, who made big shots in the fourth. And 24 of his own. I think the biggest shot must have been that 4-point shot when they really needed it. Nung lumalaki na ulit lamang, hit that 4-point shot to bring it down closer. And then he finished the job.
This guy is an assassin. Robert Bolick. Amazing performance.
That's the final score, 84-81. That ends the first game ng ating doubleheader sa araw na ito. Susunod dito, Magnolia against Phoenix making their debut sa ating conference. But that does it for us for this game, for the Dean Quinito Henson and Apple David at courtside and the rest of our crew for Game 1 here at the NAS. I'm Charlie Cuna. Maraming salamat sa inyo, pero there's more to come.
my man.
We are back and I'm currently joined by our best player of the game, Robert Bolick. Congratulations, Berto, on winning your opening game here in the PBA. But looking at what happened, no, you were trailing for majority of the game. It was only in the fourth quarter na medyo nabawi nyo ang puntos and you got control of the lead. Anong opportunities yung kinapitalize nyo para makuha ang panalo?
Wala, dig-deep lang kami. Kailangan namin ng first win para maganda yung start ng conference namin. So, binigay namin lahat. May laro ulit kami sa Sunday, so pahinga.
Berto, maraming piyesang dinagdag si Coach Jong this conference para makatulong at makasuporta sa'yo. What did you think of the support that the locals and the import gave you today?
Malaking bagay. Buo kami, isang team kami. Walang isang player sa amin. So, masayang-masaya ako na nanalo kami. And maraming salamat sa lahat ng pumunta dito and sumusumorta sa PBA. And sa next game, panoorin nyo ulit. Yan.
Berto, maraming PBA fans ang nag-aabang sa sidelines at pumunta dito para makita ka at ang NLEX Road Warriors na maglaro. Meron ka bang bati or mensahe para sa kanila?
Sa lahat ng PBA fans dito, thank you and supportahan nyo next game and sana nag-enjoy kayo and happy kayo. Siyempre, sa asawa ko nandyan, nanonood. Love you.
Thank you so much, Berto. And once again, a big
Kay Zach din, anak ko.
And once again, a big congratulations. Now it's time for us to hear from our winning coach.
We are joined by Coach Jong Chico of NLEX for our post-game press conference. Coach, congratulations. A rusty start despite how good you were playing in the tune-up games nga. How do you process this game and what did it take to escape with a victory?
Everybody will go through this phase naman in the first games, medyo kapaan unless wala kang kapalitan, di ba? Parang unless hindi ka nagpalit ng mga personnel. But in our case, we change personnel, so we're still looking for the right maybe combination or chemistry. But mabuti na lang na overcome namin yung gandang laro ng Blackwater. And I think it was our experience in the end na lang. In fact, they were leading almost the whole in the first half.
Blackwater and NLEX beginning their Commissioner's Cup campaigns here at the Ninoy Aquino. And early on, David Morel breaking the ice with a three-pointer from the field.
A surprise starter. His primary role was to defend Robert Bolick. Ito naman si Lalaine breaking through, the pass coming from Robert Bolick.
Nakabasket si Lalaine. Siyempre gustong bumawi agad ng kanyang counterpart na si Ochefu. Nice handoff and then sliding to the hoop for the dunk. He had a couple of those sa laban na ito.
And we were expecting a big game from Christian David. And he showed signs of brilliance, finishing with 12 points. But here in the second quarter, Christian David. And that is his move, straight to the basket, down the baseline. Easy score for Christian David.
Pero may pagsagot naman ang NLEX sa kabilang panig. Si Kevin Alas receiving the pass from Bolick. Hoists up the three. Pinasok na yan. Laki ng lamang ng Blackwater at this point. NLEX was playing catch-up in that second quarter, dude.
At ang Blackwater naman, sumagot si Bearfield. Titira din from three. Here's the pass coming from Ochefu. And Bearfield with the release and the connection.
And at the break, yung ating score, 41-34. Lamang ng 7 ang Blackwater Bossing. Pasok sa third quarter, medyo nag-iba ang ihip ng hangin. Ang laro ng NLEX, medyo naging mas agresibo. Napunta kay Bolick. And he lost the defender and knocked down the three-pointer to close the gap.
Wide open three coming from Robert Bolick. But it wasn't the offense of NLEX that brought them back. It was their defense. Ito makikita natin, yung pasa ni Bolic. Dominic Fajardo, easy 2 points from the inside. E tapos si Christian David. He's still going to be answering here for Blackwater. Kita natin yung ginawa niya. Nice move. Kita mo naman, offensive rebound.
Put it
And
back.
put back.
And nakalamang pa rin itong Blackwater at this juncture. As the lane's jumper gets off the rim. Pero 1 point na lang pagpasok sa fourth. Ito na ang NLEX as Bearfield initially wanted his team to break away. Stepped back, 3-pointer is good. Lead was up to 5, pero marami pang oras. Tapos, Bolic went to work.
Well, Robert Bolic, watch the way he was given that kind of a shot. Nobody anywhere close to closing him out. A 4-pointer galing kay Bolic.
But he wasn't done yet, Dean.
Yung
Few plays
passing
later,
skills.
ito na.
Ito makikita natin. Helter-skelter. And Bolic with a wide open Winston as a recipient of a pass. He was doing it all. He was shooting, he was scoring, he was passing. At ito, Bolic na naman. Against Dave Morel, one-on-one. Iniintay yung pick, hindi dumating yung pick. Sabi ni Bolic, okay lang, maski na walang pick. Ako na din ang titira, ako na din ang papasok ng bola.
And with that, things were pretty much done. Sa last play, hindi na naka-shoot ang Blackwater to force overtime. And that was it. NLEX come from behind win, down 16. Panalo by 3, 84-81.